But first tonight, most teens have heard the sex talk. They've heard about the dangers of drugs and alcohol. They've heard about mental health, suicide, vaping.
There's a growing number of people who feel another conversation needs to happen, one about pornography.
Kids today have access to the world in the palm of their hands. They have tablets, laptops, phones with them more often than any generation before them. Many spending more time on their device than face-to-face with any human. Common Sense Media just came out with new survey results showing the average preteen is spending 4 hours, 44 minutes on screen media every day. For teens, the number jumps to 7 hours, 22 minutes a day, not including homework. While there's a whole lot of good about existing in such a connected world, there are downsides too, especially when it comes to kids.
Nearly 80% of first-time exposure to pornography is happening in the home, and it's coming through devices, through apps, through games.
Clay Olson is the president of Fight the New Drug, a nonprofit, non-legislative organization educating anyone who will listen about the dangers of pornography. Olson says 10 years ago, 14% of kids 12 or younger reported seeing some sort of pornography. Today, that number is 70%. 70% of kids under the age of 12 have, in many cases accidentally, come across it.
Average age of exposure has traditionally been quoted at 11 years old, but we're seeing studies even now showing it could be as young as 9 years old. The point is that this is not a question of if they will be exposed, but when and to what degree.
Michael Cullinan has been an educator for 40 years. He's one of the principals who had Fight the New Drug present for his middle schoolers. He believes this is a message parents and kids need to hear.
Well, I think we've done a wonderful job of educating young people about the hazards of alcohol and addiction and tobacco and illicit drugs and vaping, even now the most recent. But I think science has just caught up with what pornography can do to the mind and to affect addiction.
Part of the video Fight the New Drug shows to groups of kids, parents, and other adults has a researcher explaining how what we do, hear and see shapes the brain.
Everything that we do each and every day shapes our brain to the thing that it is. So if I really like sports, then I will have brain regions dedicated for swimming and stuff. If I, on the other hand, watch a lot of porn, I will train my brain regions responsible for porn processing a lot more.
According to experts, exposure to pornography changes a person's relationships.
Research is helping us understand that pornography is impacting what we love, how much we love, how we think about those we love, and how we express love. And as we looked at all the data around that, it kind of boiled down to the fact that it's impacting love, our ability to connect with other human beings in the most healthy of ways.
So how does that conversation look? Well, Olson says it has to be done with a non-judgmental tone, love, respect, and kindness, and they've got kind of a blueprint on their website for this. And so it's kind of a choose-your-own-adventure style piece of advice. So you're going to choose that you want to talk to a child and continue, and then you're going to choose if the child's already seen porn or if you want to start the conversation ahead of time. And then it's going to give you a quick little breather. It's okay. This is all uncomfortable. And then comes your blueprint. How to have the conversation, things to consider, what to do. All of these things have information, what not to do, and things to consider. So basically, it's a blueprint for how to have the conversation.
Bottom line is, talk to them.
Parents all the time talk to me about the fact that they have this, this event, this birds and the bees discussion, and those days have got to be behind us. This has to be an ongoing, layered conversation that happens, in natural opportunities and events with each child one-on-one.
And if this story made you uncomfortable, you're not alone. I was uncomfortable with covering the topic in the first place, but the more I learned, the more I realized the importance of the conversation. We've put a link to the Choose Your Own Adventure Style guide for having this conversation with kids. It's on our website right now, as well as links to Fight the New Drug.